Ideally, what I'm actually building on the back end is that it all just runs. It finds the screenshots, and then it submits those screenshots. So essentially what this thing does is it uses the GPT-4 Vision API. It looks at the screenshots, and if it's a pop-up with a login window, if it sees it's like Nginx, or it sees a particular URL structure, it'll be like, oh, this is probably Apache Tomcat. And it recommends nuclei templates that match that.
Wow. So you guys were discussing how like the low-hanging fruit is going to be taken by AI, but the concern is always from people who are watching is like, I'm just starting my career. Is it, am I going to have a job in 5-10 years? Do you like? I'm assuming that the role, the stuff that we do as humans will just change.
To a degree. I mean, at some point, there's going to be fewer things to pivot to, but it's not really a concern like anytime soon. I would say if you're looking to get into cybersecurity, absolutely still get in. First of all, there's a massive list of people who need to be hired. Like hiring managers are looking for people. And it's funny, they're not hiring the people, oftentimes they're not hiring the people coming out of school. I know a lot of people coming out with a degree, and I'm not saying not to go to college, I'm saying curiosity first, tinkering first, experimentation first, before credentials. You could walk in with a CISSP and a 4-year degree, and you will not be hired compared to someone who is blogging on YouTube, releasing content, showing that they're doing stuff. And they'll get hired like out of high school, right? So that's kind of the most important thing. And there are so many jobs that are unfilled where they need people that you're going to have a job if you're curious in this way. Now, I would say for security testing, the automated stuff with AI is going to take like attack surface management. It's going to take vulnerability management or vulnerability assessment first. But the highest tiers of bug hunting, the AI is not there yet. If you take someone like, Sam Curry, for example, one of the best guys out there, you're not automating what he's doing anytime soon. So I would say there is plenty of time left in cybersecurity. It's a curiosity-based field, and if you combine that with AI, you'll be even more powerful.
So let's pivot to like personal life. How much time has this saved you? Like, is it like a huge percentage of your time?
Oh, it's a massive percentage of my time. Oh, actually, sorry, Dave. I actually have one of my coolest demos. So, okay, you just mentioned saving time.
Yeah.
Okay, let me show you this. This is absolutely insane. So I'm going to go to Feedly, which is how I read news, and I have this category called Essential. Okay, this is like very practical, very useful workflow. So I have a newsletter called Unsupervised Learning, and this is it over here, the newsletter.
So we can subscribe to that, right?
Yeah, absolutely. You can subscribe to it. It's got like 80,000 subscribers.
Wow.
It's pretty cool. It's like security plus AI plus some human stuff. But let's say I'm looking for news, and I do this all the time. In fact, I'm going to show you a couple of different ways. So talking robots. Okay, cool. So I click on this. If I click on read later, something magical happens. And this is using one of the other APIs that I built, which is called Summarize. And this is for my day-to-day. So I release a show every Monday morning, which means Sunday I spend like 8 hours working on this thing, doing custom writing and stuff. But now I have to do less collection because of this. So here is another view. I know it's small, but this is Feedly as well. In fact, it's showing the exact same stories as what's on screen right now. Yeah. Earth likely passed. Okay, I'm going to slide to the right. I just marked that as read later.
Yeah.
Okay, watch this. This is my summaries document, which is a Google Doc. And right now I'm at 96 pages. That's big. But look what just got added to the bottom. Earth's temperature just tipped over the critical 2 Celsius warming threshold. Look at this. It's got a more link with the actual link to the story, and it gave me additional context. So watch this. I come over here. I go to this new newsletter, paste it in, and I have a story for my newsletter.
That's amazing. So you basically, rather than you having to summarize that, read the whole article, do all this work, it's now available as part of your newsletter that you're sending out, but AI has done a lot of work for you.
It's done a lot of the work. So what I
Wow.
usually end up doing is I usually end up like cutting this, and I'll go and write a bunch of custom stuff. Or I'll take some of the extra links. Like if it's a security report or something, this will have one link in it, and then I'll be like linked to the original report. And a lot of time I spend custom writing, so I have like a bunch of custom content as well. But if I wanted to, I mean, I could literally take this content and just publish it. Look at this. Oh, here's what's really cool. If it's a tool, it actually does emojis for it. It actually links to the article author. If it's a GitHub project, it links to the person who wrote it. It's unbelievably powerful. And in fact, I have another one which can take this entire output and actually write the report. So let me just grab a few of these. Oh, and for security ones, it's got like a siren versus a caution sign, and that indicates if it's a critical or a high vulnerability. Create newsletter. This will actually not only take the stuff from the summaries, but it will organize it into the sections that I actually use for the newsletter.